Inflation is a persistent rise in the general price level of goods and services within an economy. So that means in this our economy, price of goods continue to come up, just continue to increase. That is inflation. Do you get what inflation is here? Do you get what inflation is here? So the opposite of inflation is deflation. That means the average price is what? Falling. Is it clear? Any question about that? So that's inflation and deflation. How do we measure inflation? Well, we have to measure inflation within an economy. We have to measure it using the consumer price index. But when we're talking about consumer price index, we're talking about the basket of goods that we buy. That means in terms of the goods and the services, except for the amount we spend on housing. You get what I'm saying? Whatever we consume, we calculate it using the consumer price index whenever there's inflation. The only thing we would never calculate is the cost on housing. So whatever we spend in terms of our shelter, our rent, our house, we don't calculate it with consumer price index. Do we get it?
Yeah.
Do you stop writing this? Stop. Do you get my point? Whenever you are calculating inflation rates, you use consumer price index, which means each consumer has a basket of goods that we buy. That means the things we buy this year compared to last year. The price we bought it last year compared to the price we are buying this year. The only thing we would never compare the price is housing cost. The amount we spend in terms of shelter, it is not part of inflation. Do we get the point, sir? Do you get it or not? Whenever you are calculating inflation rate using consumer price index, you would not need to calculate the amount to spend on housing. That's on house. You don't calculate it with your consumer price index. In the exams, they might ask you that what amount is you will not calculate or measure your consumer price index with. It is housing. Is it clear now? So the amount you spend on housing will not be calculated with your consumer price index. Is it clear? Is it clear, please? Now go to the types of inflation we have. We have demand pull inflation and cost push inflation for this stage. For this stage we have demand pull and cost push inflation. So we start with demand pull inflation. What is demand pull inflation? Demand pull inflation is as a result of increasing aggregate demand in the economy. That means the total demand in the economy continues to continue to increase. As a result, the demand is more than the supply, leading to excess. So at that point in time, businesses will have to increase their prices. Do we get demand pull inflation? Prices increase because there's increasing demand for goods and services in that economy. Do we understand aggregate demand here? So what are the reasons why we demand for more goods and services in the economy? Number one, these are the causes of demand pull inflation. Do you get the point? The causes, the reasons why there is demand pull, better face here. The reasons why there is demand pull inflation in the economy, or the reasons why there is increase in aggregate demand in the economy. I'm saying two things here. Reasons for aggregate demand, increase in aggregate demand in the economy, or reasons for demand pull inflation. They are the same. So what are the reasons why we have increasing aggregate demand in the economy? What are the reasons why we have demand pull inflation? Number one, rising consumer spending due to tax cuts or lower interest rates. The taxes we pay, government reduces taxes. Okay, sit down here. Immediately, please. I don't have time. Government reduces taxes. If government reduces taxes, what happens? That means our disposable income will increase. The amount of money we'll be able to spend will increase. As a result, we can demand more. Do you get the point? Or the interest rate. If the interest rate falls, the cost of borrowing becomes cheaper. Stand up, please. Stand up immediately and stand here. Yeah. It's okay like that. Lower interest rate means the amount you have to pay on borrowing reduces. When that happens, that means you are able to borrow more in the bank. And when you are able to borrow more from the bank, you'll be able to spend more. Yes or no? Yeah. Is it clear, please? Yes. When you are able to borrow more from the bank, when you are able to borrow more money here, further, when you are able to borrow more money from the bank, it means you have more money available for you to spend. Yeah. When you are able to borrow more money from the bank, please listen to me. When you are able to borrow more money from the bank, it means you have more money available for you to spend. That will increase your spending, yes or not? Do you get it or not? Yes, I get it. The third one, rising demand for resources by firms. Businesses too, they might need more resources because the demand in the economy is increasing. So they need to meet up with the demand of consumers. As a result, they need more resources to produce too. So that will also lead to an increase in aggregate demand. The last one, booming demand for exports. In our country, foreign customer needs more of our products. It would be ideal for us to sell to foreign customers because we make foreign money. We might make more money selling abroad than selling locally. Yeah. Do you get it? Instead of us selling domestically, we prefer selling abroad because we make more profit selling abroad. Okay. So what happens to the prices here? The prices will rise because the products will not be available here. Yeah. Firms will prefer to sell abroad. So the demand for our products abroad is increasing. As a result, we will rise in price. Is it clear? Any question about demand pull inflation? Question? Demand pull inflation is as a result of what? Increase in aggregate demand. And what are the reasons why we have increase in aggregate demand? We talked about them. Tax cuts, low interest rates, sharp increase in government spending. If government starts spending, that means prices of goods and services become cheaper for subsidy. This is subsidies. It could be subsidies, it could be government benefits, social benefits like employment benefits, unemployment benefits. If government starts giving those that are not employed money, it means aggregate demand will increase in the economy. Now they have money to buy. So these are the reasons why aggregate demand in the economy will rise. Is it clear? Yeah. We go to cost push inflation.
Mister, so is it like an economy that has like inflation? Is it like a good economy?
No, inflation. Listen.
To good reason.
Inflation is not a bad thing because you cannot sell a product without inflating the price. Yeah. If you buy for 2, do you want to sell for 2? No. You want to sell for 2.5. That means you are inflating. Inflation must not exceed 2.5%. Inflation that exceeds that is not good for the economy. And some countries are even witnessing 50% rate inflation rates. But inflation that is good is within 2.5%.
But they're exporting outside, which is a good thing, but at the same time in the country there's inflation.
Yeah.
So it's good and bad.
It depends on I told you to come forward. It depends on the perspective you're seeing it. For firms, it's good for them because they are making more profits. Yeah. For consumers, it's not good because they are paying more. Yeah. That's what it is. Somebody will be best off, someone will be worse off. Yeah. Is it clear now? Yeah. So for cost push inflation, this will be as a result of increasing cost of firms in terms of production. Businesses, if they witness high cost of production, they have to increase their prices. The cost of producing is high. Yeah. Then what can they do? They have to increase their prices to protect the profit margin. Yeah. Do you understand? If they want to continue to make more profit, they have to increase their prices. Are you here? They have to increase their prices. Is it clear? That's about cost push inflation. For demand pull comes from the consumers. Demand is more than supply. For cost push, firms are incurring more costs than they used to incur. As a result, they have to increase their prices. That is cost push inflation. Then, what is the relationship between interest rates and inflation? According to the monetarists, they believe that there is relationship, there is link between money supply and inflation. So look at what they said here. Monetarists believe there is a strong relationship between inflation and growth of money supply. When we talk about money supply, we're talking about the availability of cash in the economy, the availability of cash flow, how money circulates within the economy. That is money supply. That a lot of people have money with them. So if a lot of people have money with them, it means they are able to spend more. Yeah. Do you understand? So because there is money with because a lot of people have money with them, it means spending will increase in the economy. As a result of that, there will be inflation. Because we all want to buy what is not available. Resources are scarce, and that is what we want to buy. So, if the interest rates are cheaper, that means if the amount you have to pay to the banks are cheaper when you want to borrow money, households will be able to borrow more, which in turn increases their purchasing power, leading to demand pull inflation. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Any questions about it?